All right, yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Rick, I got my lesson. I'm ready to go. How do I get it to my students? There are tons of different ways to get there. And this is assuming that you just hit finish. In a second, I'm going to show you how to get here. Well, not a second, but I'll show you how to get here in case you didn't start here, if you're coming back to a video that you already made, perhaps. There are a couple different ways that you can do this, and some learning management systems offer ways to make this happen really easy. But what I'm going to showcase here, because at least as of the time of this recording, we've had some issues with some of them. So I'm showing you a method that will always work for you, okay? Regardless of where you are. And then if your district has some sort of a magic tool in place, you can talk to your people there. Which, by the way, if you're in my districts, that would be me that you want to talk to. But here's what I do. When I'm all set, I want to assign this, right? If I need to, I can go back and edit it, all that good stuff, but I'm going to assign it. And the first thing it's going to ask me is, what class do I want to assign it to? If you already have a class built, you can just check it, right? Like this one. And you can assign it to all, or you can assign it manually only to certain students. You're probably going to assign it to all. But hey, what if I don't have a class already built? Well, you'll notice down at the bottom, I can add a new class. And when I add a new class, I can give it a name like sample class for video, and I can give it a description if I want. Classic and open, I'm going to suggest that you talk with your district and see which way they would like you to go. For the districts that I work with, I'm going to go classic. And I'm going to create a class. Now, I don't have any students in this class, and you may be thinking, how do I get my students into this class? Do I have to give them a join code? And the answer is no. We're going to look at how to get them into this class. So you'll notice it is checked, right? Again, if I had to, I make a new class. I can put a start date. That's when students can start working on it. If there's a due date, I can set a due date on it. Prevent skipping means that they have to watch the video to hit the question. So if that's on, they can't skip forward. If that's off, there'll be a little fast forward button where they could like zip over to the question and try to answer it. So that's totally up to you what's going to best fit your needs. Turn on closed captioning. You may want to do that. It's up to you. It depends on the students that you have and what's available. But once that's all good, and I have it assigned to the class or the classes, I can do multiple classes that I want. I'm going to hit this assign button, and it has been poof assigned in EDpuzzle. And I can go back into here and I can see, who's watched the video. As you see, I can get some information on that. We'll see that in a future video. But to actually get it over to my students, right? Because in theory, not all of my students are in this class, or I don't have any students in this class. What I'm going to do is on the right-hand side in the bottom corner, you see it says share assignment. I'm going to click the share assignment button. And then depending on what I want to do, I can either link it or I can embed it. I'm just going to pick the link because that's how I roll. And I'm going to copy the link. And now since we use Schoology, I'll head over to my Schoology course. Here we go. I'm going to log in and I'm going to find a course that works for me, which we'll do this sandbox course. And I'm going to add it as a link, right? So I'm going to say add a material, add a link. Make sure you put the link in the top box where it says link. I always joke about that. So I'm going to paste my link for EDpuzzle in there. And I'm going to maybe name this EDpuzzle. Ooh, EDpuzzle? No, EDpuzzle. EDpuzzle video for Monday, right? And then here's the big catch, because I've talked about it in some other videos. No, I haven't. On our webpage, I haven't done a video for it. When you put a link in Schoology, I am recommending that you click that little button right there to make it say display in a new window. That's just going to make the link work a little bit better for your students, in my opinion. So again, I'm clicking this so that when I hover over, it's kind of grayed out and it says display link in new window. And then I'm going to say add, and boom, there's your lesson ready to go for your students. And here's the beauty. When they click on this, it's going to take them out here, and it knows who I am, so it automatically makes me the teacher. But if it's a student, right, it's going to say like, hey, you're not a member of this class. Do you want to be a member of this class? Yes. That's how we get our students into the EDpuzzle course, is that we, when we give that link out, right? Again, by clicking on share assignment once we assigned it, and then copy link. By doing that, it's going to draw them into the course on their own. So I'm asking you to kind of take it on faith there that it's going to work, but I swear it's going to. Of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us in your districts, and life is good. In the next video, now that we've gotten this assignment to our students, we're going to look at what the data looks like coming back from our students. But I almost forgot. How do I get to that screen from here? Well, when I click on my content and I head to a lesson that I already have completed, I can click on this little checkbox right here, right? See that little checkbox? And some things come up on the bottom. And assign is one of those options. And I can click assign, and it's the same process, right? Check the box that I want to send it to, hit assign, hit share link, put that in my Schoology course. So there you go. I know a lot of steps in there, and there are other ways to do this, but this is the way that I know works. So that's why I'm showing you this one. It works regardless of where we are. So as always, thank you for watching this video. In the next one, we'll take a look at the data that comes back from our students.